Hi, everyone, and welcome to Behind the Body. We are so excited. Today, we have a guest with us, and we're so excited to introduce you to her. She is phenomenal. She is a mom, a wife, an extremely hard worker, and a great friend to us, and also one of Anna's clients.
Yeah, my baby Karencita. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot to me. First, to have you here, and second, to share with everyone, who is listening and watching us, because your journey, it's amazing. We haven't been going through a very hard and good times together, and I'm so excited. So excited to have you here.
Well, first of all, I'm Karencita. I'm so thankful and honored that you guys are inviting me to this amazing podcast and YouTube channel. I just want to say I feel so honored that you guys have me here because this journey has been hard and amazing. But Andrea, you've been a great example to me to don't give up. And then I have the best queen here that trains me, and I'm so happy and excited to be here.
We are so excited because you are an inspiration. And so when we're talking about like guests we want to have on here, women who can identify with like other women out in the world and who have gone like through trials and tribulations and hard things and overcome. And like, there's so much about you that is inspirational that I'm just excited for women to hear your story, and like, how you got to where you are today and what exactly that is, and what your plans are for the future. And also how you've integrated or incorporated your family into this process as well. So I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, Karencita started with me in March 2022. Was so funny because she went she messaged me in my both Instagram. She called the gym to tell her that I want training with her. I'm gonna get married and I need her help. So that was your age, a little bit about you, so everyone can know a little bit more.
I'm 35 years old. I'm happily married. I have an amazing son. He's 11 years old. He has been my rock. And honestly, I've been so I had my ups and downs, but I'm happy to say that it's been hard. This journey has been hard, but as long as I know that I don't have to give up and just keep pushing, I'll get there. And this puppy loves me.
For those listening, literally my dog just sat right on her lap.
So
There's a whole couch, all the floor available, but
He loves that.
Okay, well, so we want to talk about your journey. So you're newly married, I should say.
Yes.
You're
So I'm going to be a year in November.
Yes.
So yes.
So awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit about how you grew up, or was health and fitness a part of your upbringing? What was your, how did you identify with just your own health and fitness?
Well, it all started because I'm Mexican. So I was going to have my quinceañera. So as a teen, you want to look the best in your dress. So I started I need to diet. I need to lose weight because as a Mexican, it always runs in the family that you want to look the best. Who's losing weight? Who's gaining weight? So I was like, you know what? I need to look the best. I need to lose as much as I can.
And you were 15.
Yeah, I was 14 because I was going to be my 15. So I started restricting my food, eating less, and I saw results. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to go run. I need to push hard. But, it wasn't a healthy way.
Yeah.
So I started the bad way. But, now looking back, I see, and I wish I would have known better. There's different ways that you can actually lose weight in healthy ways. But I just loved running, restricting my food, and just running and was losing weight. But eventually it just came back.
Yeah.
I was gaining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't
did you
that
keep it
healthy
up
way.
after your quinceañera?
After I did, but then I went the bad route, which it was my eating, when it started with my eating disorder.
Okay.
So yes.
So that young, you had an eating disorder.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was a really hard because, you know, I was small and I had it for my mom, my parents. So it's something that it was really hard and rough that I went through, restricting myself. Eventually it became worse. I was like, I would overeat and make myself throw up, thinking that it was the healthy way, not knowing it's the right way, and then hiding it from my parents. So eventually my mom found out. I went to a lot of therapies, but then I saw my mom suffering a lot, and I
Suffering from your eating disorder?
Yes,
Yeah.
suffering from my eating disorders, taking me to therapies, and she would always because you know, as Mexicans, they don't know like therapy is good.
Yeah.
They would think like, oh my god, it's something bad.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? So I would be like, you know what, like this is making my mom suffer. I need to do something else. But then I was just lost. I couldn't find like the healthy way. So I would just restrict myself from different foods, thinking that carbs were bad for me, which now I know they're not bad for you. They're good.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
carbs.
Yes.
It is so hard and so normal. I can say, you start when you are young because you don't know much.
You don't
and
know a lot
as
about
you
it.
said, you start to see looking better and you say like that is the way. And then you start having the eating disorder. I have, it's something that we always gonna struggle with working around. It's depend what cause you do it at, and you're always gonna be watching yourself in some point in some situations, but it's very very hard. And it's something your mom, even she didn't know, she did the right thing for you because the therapy is where you need to go. It's not the diet is.
But honestly, I feel like if I would have stayed in the route of therapy, I would have ended the wrong way, like worse. Why? Because I would see other girls, like their ideas. So those ideas sometimes we're like, oh, let's try this, let's do that. So like I'm thankful
What do you
that
mean?
my mom.
Like be more specific. So if you stayed in therapy,
See, if I would have stayed in therapy, it's like group therapy with other girls that are going through their
Oh,
eating
I see.
disorders. So they share their ideas.
Yeah.
So that's those ideas. Sometimes we're like, oh my god, she does that. She's losing weight. What if I try that?
Right.
So it's like it was gonna cause more damage to myself
That's interesting.
if I would have stayed there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, good
sometimes I'm
point.
like, I would have thought like, oh my god, if I would have went, no, like, I'm like, you know what? My mom was right in a way. If I would have stayed there, I would have got more ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just stopped and I'm like, you know what? Like, I need to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
Which I did, but eventually it took a while. But that's when my son came into the picture, and he helped me so much to become a better person.
So when you had your baby, you stopped to
I
have the eating?
stopped, yes, because I was like, do I really want to continue with this? Like, I have someone that's watching over me now, so it's like, do I really want to continue doing this or end up somewhere like bad?
Right. It
Yeah.
wasn't a priority for you to like
Yeah.
sacrifice your health in order to be thin.
So my
because now you
priority
have a-
was my son now.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's different. It's not about look good or anything.
No.
It's about
Once you have a kid, it's not you anymore. It's
Yeah.
your son or your
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I'm glad that
Yeah.
you came on the right time and they helping you
Yes.
a lot and it's still helping you
Mm-hmm.
so far. And yeah, when I first learned that she had in the past this eating disorder, we were at the point on her journey that she was, a little bit on her down, unmotivated. And she told me like, listen, I had this in the past and it's something that I always gonna
It's always gonna be there no matter what.
So like the tendency to want to like do extreme measures in order to be thin
Yeah.
is that tendency
I
is
think
always with you.
What I was struggling with like I told Anna, was that when she would ask me like, oh, how much did you lose? Check your weight. So I told her, you know what? Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I had that in my past.
Yes.
Every time I get on the scale, it was going down. But I learned as my new fitness journey, when you lift weights, you're building muscle.
Right.
And that muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
So I was like, Anna, like, what's going on? Like, I was panicking. I'm like, what's going on? Why is the scale going up?
Yeah.
I don't see results. Like, so that's when I noticed, like, I told her, you know what? I went through this in the past, what if we just stop doing the scale?
Yeah.
Just
good.
pictures. And she's like, okay, yes.
It's hard to reconcile that
Yes.
in your mind, especially if you have an eating disorder. But even if you don't, you expect the scale to say something. And you put your value and your worth on that number, you know. And if it's not going down, if it's staying the same, or even if it's going up, like even if you're gaining muscle, and even if you're changing your body composition, it's like hard to be like, oh, well, then I'm okay with that. Then I see that that's a good thing. You know, it's just to reconcile that is really hard.
And it's when you start to make mistakes and you start to make step backs, because you start to feel like, all right, I'm doing everything and the scale is not going down.
Right.
I'm going to eat something.
Yeah.
And you do it first and nothing changed. And you start to do more often. And as a trainer, I know when you guys are doing exactly what you guys should do.
Somehow she does know. It's like she has cameras set up on her house
I
or
do.
something. No.
And I was watching her for a little while. And I was seeing, you know, she getting her face, her water retention. And I stopped and talked to her like, listen, what is going on?
Yes.
You know? And that was, I think, that wasn't our first time to sit down and have the conversation, but it's when I learned about her eating disorder.
Yeah.
And she told me, like, I'm not eating enough. I'm coming here with, she didn't have energy at all.
Nothing.
And she's a machine. She go there and she does what she needs to get done, but she wasn't. And at first I was, you know, watching her, because sometimes you are having a tough week, or you are going, you know, your period is coming, but no, it was almost 3 weeks that I was watching that. And she's like, no, because, you know, I'm not eating enough. And when I eat too much, and then I don't eat and put myself in the corner.
Yeah.
And I told her, no, let's start over. It's normal. So let's back on track. You know, you need to eat and trust in the process. So every time that she started to doubt a lot, I said, like, send pictures to me. Because she has one of the most beautiful transformation I've been seeing so far. Because she wasn't overweight when she came to me, but she didn't have muscle. So imagine to you go hire a trainer to lose weight, and your scale is going up, and your clothes don't fit anymore, but you're looking better. You look to the mirror, you love yourself, you love everything that you see in that. But everything that makes you feel skinny, smaller, is showing you the opposite. So it's when we had our first conversation, and I told her, that is your before, that is your now. And she, saw the muscle. So like, it's why your scale is not going down. And her skin changed a lot, you know, her body composition. We're going to post, the picture. So
if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the before and after transformation.
If not, I think you should go through on the Instagram and check out this transformation, because it's amazing. So yeah, in the journey, all the ups and downs, I think we had like a few times that it was very important to help her get where she's right now.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit, because I want to know, like, so you had your son, you reversed this eating disorder that was sort of active and still present in your mind, but you got to a healthier state. And then, so take me to when you wanted to reintroduce fitness into your life, or when you wanted to look at a healthier way to achieve your goals. Like when did that take place?
So it all started because I was going to get married. I was like, I want to look my best. What can I do? I tried diet pills. I tried meal replacement shakes. I wasted my money for nothing, because at the end I was losing and gaining everything back. And I'm like, I don't want this. I want something like the healthy way that I'm going to be able to like continue losing and getting fit.
Yeah.
So then I went over my Instagram and I'm like, oh, let me start looking. You know what? I work around La Jolla. I need to find a gym closer to my job,
Yeah.
so I don't have to drive all the way to my house. And then by the time I get home, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to go. I don't want to do
Right.
nothing. So I'm like, it has to be close to my job. So I found the gym, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I saw there's trainers, and I'm like, oh, okay. I need a woman because I'm like, I don't want to get like all buff. So I was like, I don't want to get too buff. So then I found Anna, and I'm like, oh my god, look at her. Like I saw the pictures, and I'm like, those girls are getting amazing like transformations. Like I want to train with her. So I sent her a message on Instagram. She didn't respond.
That bitch.
She doesn't respond. I'm like,
I
I
love
really want this. I'm like, I really, really want this. What can I do? Okay, let me call the gym. I call the gym. The owner answered, and I'm like, hey, I saw this trainer. Her name is Ana Daltro. I'm like, how can I train with her? She's like, oh, she's actually here. Give me your number. I'll give it to her. And I'm like, okay, but please tell her I really need her. I'm getting married. And then I think it was the next day.
Yeah.
The next day, I saw in my caller ID said, Daltro. Oh my God, that's the trainer. So she called me. She's like, hey, I got your message. I'm like, I want to get the best shape of my life. I'm getting married. So that's when she called me and she's like, can you come this way? I'm like, yes, I'll be there. So it was a Monday. It was a Monday, because it was in the morning. I remember walking into the gym. I was shaking. I'm like, what did I get myself into? And then I walked in, and all the girls are all fit and nice body. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look at myself, and I'm like, oh my God, all the girls with sports bra, shorts, and I'm over here all covered up. And
I remember like a
oh my
t-shirt and
God,
pants, and I'm like,
yes.
you're gonna be so hot.
Yes. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I was shaking, and then I started working out with her, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel good.
Yeah.
It was good. And then I started for one day, and I'm on like Monday through Friday with Anna.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
so crazy.
Yes.
And it's when, you know, that my clients, I really believe that God, He has a special selection for me. And when I got her message, like I didn't have the time, but I just felt in my heart, I need to talk to her.
Yeah.
And after I talked to her, I was like, all right, I need to open a time for her.
Yes.
And to see that became a habit for her.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
priceless.
I just remember when we met and when you were with Anna and thinking like, gosh, you have an amazing body. You just do. You have a
thank
great
you.
figure. I think you have a body like J-Lo. And I'm very envious.
Oh, Zach.
I mean, it's so
Oh,
good.
Zach.
And I just like remember seeing you week after week. You're busting your ass, first of all. So I
Yeah.
see that all the time. And then just seeing you week after week how increasingly better your physique was getting, you know, and like how you just like looked so good and looked so healthy and like you were making so much progress. And I remember telling Anna, like, you better not let her stop after she gets married because like it was just so, you were just making such tremendous progress that I was like, good for you. Like, I want that for you, you
I
know?
always remember the day because I always cover myself at the gym, and I still do. Once in a while, I wear my shorts when I feel like, oh my God, I look good. But I always remember the day that I was wearing my black shorts and a sweater on top, and you're like, girl, own it. You look amazing.
Yeah.
So that's always stuck in my head. Every
Good.
time I wear shorts, I'm like, hey, Andrea, remember what Andrea said?
Yeah, well, I used to see you so covered up. I'm like,
Yes.
why are you covering up that
Yes.
body? It's too good to be covered up. Like,
I agree.
you know?
Yeah.
But so I'm like, I just love that. I love that you stuck with it. So you did get married and you
Yeah.
are continuing working out with Anna 5 days a week.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember I got married, and I remember Anna told me, she's like, you better not give up. I'm like, no, I actually want to keep going.
It's because after she got married, she got sick.
Oh yeah, I
And
would
she
always
had
get
like a
sick.
flake week, you know. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching her, and when she come back like, bitch, see you.
I think what really motivated me was that I was under stress for my whole wedding planning, that I was retaining a lot of fluids. I wasn't really losing weight, but after my wedding, I was
She broke.
dropped
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because I remember you guys were telling me like, you lost weight. And I'm like, oh my God, why is everybody telling me that? I'm like, the stress.
Yeah.
So then after that, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. But then I got sick, and every time I would feel better, I would get sick again. And I'm like, this is not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going.
Good.
And that is the point that I always want you guys remember that life is gonna still happen,
Mm-hmm.
even if you have a goal in anything that you do. So she got sick. And then she got sick again, and she back to the gym, and it's hard to come back after you take a
Yes.
break. She had so many good skills to stop, and she kept it. Why? She's just getting better, because when something happened, just keeping going, keep pushing yourself. Life is not easy, so it's why we are tough. Keep going. Do what you can, the way that you can. I told her, babe, that's okay. Just make sure you drink your water and you eat healthy.
Yes.
You don't stress out. The time actually gonna be good for your body. So that's okay. I'm here waiting for you. And that is the whole thing. You need to be passionate in the process. You know, if she wasn't passionate, she already had, quit and back to her old habit and look even worse because she already has the muscle, put the fat in the top. So if you do and you are not seeing results, life has been hard. You have so many skills to not do it, just do it. Eventually, everything go, to the right place. You're gonna start to work out, and you just gonna get stronger, and you eventually gonna get a result.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you still not weighing yourself?
I actually started because I remember I had mentioned in the past I was doing the treadmill and then I got bored. I started doing the Stairmaster and I told Anna, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm not sweating as much. Like, and I saw her doing the trampoline. So I started doing the trampoline.
Okay,
So
tell us about the trampoline. I feel like this is a
I
really good
love
opportunity
it.
because let me sort of set the stage. I think it's a Brazilian thing,
Yeah.
but Anna got a trampoline and started doing these trampoline workouts, and she would post on her Instagram stories. And then I heard Karencita got a trampoline, and I was like, okay, both of those women have bundas, have butts like I would like to have. Should I get a trampoline? But it's this new workout in which you burn a shit ton of calories, right?
I love it because I can actually do it at home.
And it's a small trampoline,
Yes.
right? Like the size of a coffee
It's a
table.
super
it's
small
really small.
trampoline. I put my music. I put a YouTube video that Anna told me, or just look whatever I can find, and then just keep moving on the trampoline.
YouTube videos that show you what workout to do. It's
Yeah.
exactly.
And then what's it called? When the first time I did it, I'm like, okay, let me put my watch, and I saw 500 calories. I'm like, I don't even burn 500 calories on the treadmill or the Stairmaster, and I'm like killing myself in there.
Yeah.
So then I recently weighed myself, and I told Anna I lost 3 pounds in a week.
That's crazy.
And she's
Yeah.
like, 3 pounds? I'm like, 3 pounds. I was too scared to weigh myself, but I'm like, you know what? This is something new that I'm trying. Let's see if it's actually working. Because what I was doing the cardio before, it wasn't really working. I feel like I was already getting stuck.
Yeah.
So this workout makes your whole body move, sweat like crazy.
Yeah, and the good thing about trampoline is zero impact
Yeah.
on your joints. So you can go like heavy, hard. You're not gonna feel anything.
Nothing.
And for us, it's very important because Karencita in the past had some knee
Yeah.
inflammation, nothing serious, but stairs, if you do too much, you can feel running the same. And trampoline has no impact.
Yeah.
And also, it's very good for your core, your glutes, your
And
hands.
your legs.
Yeah, but also they work your quads. So
Yeah.
for you, when I was athlete, that became something that everyone at my team want to do because I started to do it and I did and I look at good and everyone started to buy trampolines and do it. And to my coach realized they are overwork the quads.
Yeah.
So in
It's
your
not for everybody,
case,
but
yeah.
for competitors. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah, for the competitors, it depends. In your case, you have your quads over dominating, so we're not gonna play with that. But
I'll jump for you.
Thank you. One less thing. One less thing I need to worry about anyway.
the I think the important thing about this, do what you can the way that you can, and find that something that works for you.
Yeah.
For her, I think the because she's at home, she's doing something that is new. It's everything helping her to enjoy it. So she's gonna do better.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So I want to kind of go back a little bit because I think like probably people could resonate with this for you. But when you seeked out the gym and seeked out Anna to be your trainer, to find a trainer, like how did you like feel about basically going from 0 to like 60, right? Because from what I understand and remember, like when you met Anna, you went from 1 day to 5 days pretty quickly. But then also like you incorporated a new diet plan, right? Like a nutrition plan.
Yeah.
And so like, how was that transition going from 0 to 60?
At the beginning, it was easy. I was like, oh, I got this. But then as you go, it gets harder and harder. And I'm like, oh my God, it's getting harder. Like I see chocolate, I see donuts. I'm like, I just want a little piece.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is like a journey that you learn as you go. Why? Because when I started, I thought it was easy and I was like, oh, I can do this. But then I would have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, it's okay. I'll burn it tomorrow at the gym. But no, because Anna would always be like, are you sure you're following your diet? And I'm like, yeah. And I would be like, oh my God, like I just had a little piece. But then if you count all your calories, your meals that you're eating, you're just adding more and more calories. So whatever you're burning at the gym, you're just burning what you had, but you also have to burn what you've been eating throughout the day. So it's been hard, but I told her, you know what? I think I'm like back on it and stronger this time because I'm like, I really want this.
Yeah.
I really, really want this. And I'm learning the hard way, but I'm getting there.
And when you say you want this, like, what is this?
I just want to have like I told Anna, I have always been traumatized with my hips and my legs and my bunda that keeps growing. It doesn't go away.
Oh my God, you're such a bitch. Get out of my house right now.
But honestly, like,
don't talk to me anymore.
Oh my gosh. But I'm actually like starting to like my body. Why? Because I'm like, you know what? This is the body that God gave me. I'm not going to be thin like a stick. I'm not.
And you shouldn't.
And I'm learning that, you know, like I'm not going to be like that. But you know what? I can better my body. I can make it look better, which I'm doing little by little. And I have my curves, so I can make those curves look better.
Yeah, I love that because amen to that, you know. And I think that's so like such a great like insight and something that I don't know, probably most people don't think about. Like I feel like, and I've been like this before, where I look at you guys and I'm like, gosh, if I can only have a butt like that, you know. But like, there's always something.
Yes.
I mean, right in my app, there's always something I feel like women like want better, you know, and or want differently, or we look at people and like admire and be like, oh, I wish I had a body like that. But like to be able to be like, no, I love my body and I'm going to make it the best I can and be super happy and confident with that is like a blessing to get to that point where you can feel that way.
I think that the best thing you can do is starting to love yourself and your body and embrace what you have. And you can always get better. If you want a body away, you have to learn that, you know what, my body type is this type. I can get it better, but I'm never going to be like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all have different type of bodies. It's like they say in the, like, I wish I could have curly hair and then we have straight hair. Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think we are so used to see ourselves. And when we see something different, we kind of
just want it.
Oh, that is so, you know, she looks, for example, we love your body as, you know, an inspiration, an example for all the reasons that we could love a body, we love your body. And you don't love that your body that much.
I know. And you guys, just like on a side note, I was looking at stupid Instagram today and I was looking at this bodybuilding competition that just took place last weekend and a winner. And I was like, God, my body is so far from hers, so far from a winner's body is what I was thinking, you know, like I was thinking, God, I'm never going to get there. And it's so true that like, and whether or not I'm crazy, it's funny because like, you don't know. I feel like that's my reality.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, when I say that I literally went from feeling like pretty good about in general to like feeling depressed in a matter of like 15 seconds of this thought going through my head,
Yeah.
you know, and I shut my phone off and I was like, gosh, but now it's in my head. You know, I don't mean to go on a side note, but like, it's so easy to think about what we don't have or to see ourselves differently and other people on a pedestal, you know.
And most of the people, it's a good point to bring, babe, because most of the people stop because of that.
exactly.
Stop because they feel less.
Yeah.
Stop because, for example, if you did not have me, you could say like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I come here, I get you and put you in the car and bring you to the show.
Yeah.
You know that.
I know.
Because it's so easy, we feel less. And say like, oh, I'm not going to the gym anymore because,
I don't need
that
to
is
go- I
not
don't need
for
to go to the gym
me.
because I'm not going to get to that point
Exactly.
anyway. I'll never be good.
And if you think like that, you're never gonna get where you wanna be.
And not just with
for
physique
you,
in life,
that's
right?
for you, that's for
Yeah.
me, for everybody. And if you are afraid about to fall, we're never gonna be in the top.
Yeah.
Because to be there is going to be challenge, hard. Yeah, we're gonna need to deal with all the feelings, to the good and bad.
Yeah.
And it's why we want to share, your history and your journey. Because if someone gonna look your transformation, gonna say like, wow, right? Oh, she has a beautiful curvy body. If she doesn't work hard, she's not gonna look the way that she does. That is for her and for myself
Yeah.
too. And it is good that we have a goal, we never gonna stop when we got the goal. Because that was for you, that is for you, it's happened to you now, and for me too. I thought that before my goals was competing. And then, oh no, I need to get my body now. We fought to have a goal. Now my goal is to get my 40s looking better than when I got my 30s. And you had the goal to have the glutes. And now that you have the glutes, you
I
want
need more glutes.
They're coming though. I saw
Are they? Because
they are. They're coming.
So, and if you are listening, watching us, we just want to send the message that yes, the struggle is real. You guys, like us, going to have the time like Karencita, that you're gonna think like life is going too hard on you, that it's not for you. But listen the voice that you have in your mind that is telling you you can do it. Because once you start to do the work, even you doubt yourself, you have the other side is stronger enough to say, bitch, stand up and go
Yeah.
to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always start by eating healthy.
Right.
Like they say, it all starts in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You start little by little and not giving up.
And we know what we shouldn't eat. So
Yeah.
just cut off what you know for sure that is not good for you.
The thing is the mind is our biggest enemy.
Yeah.
It is what we have to overcome every minute of every day. And so we have to start there,
Yeah.
start with like understanding what it is that we want, understanding the path to get there, and then taking little baby steps to accomplish that,
Yeah.
right? Because it's overwhelming to think like, okay, well, if I just need to eat better, like, oh, well, then I have to change my whole diet and I have to
No.
do all of, to eliminate all the foods that I love. And how can I support like my, family and social events? It's like all this, all this is so overwhelming. But if you just make it clear what you want,
Yeah.
and then write down the little steps that it takes to get there, you can start to bite them off, I think, little by little.
Yeah. You can just set little goals. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? This tomorrow morning, I'm gonna drink a whole glass of water in
Yes.
the morning, and then little by little, you know what? I'm just gonna have half of the chocolate, not all of it, little by little.
Exactly.
Because then if you jump and restrict yourself right away, what's gonna happen? You're gonna fall
Not
back.
sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Yes. Yeah.
And little things add up to a lot. Like
Yes.
it's the little things
Yeah.
that actually make the
Yeah.
make shit happen,
Yes.
And again, I think when they become habit, there's no way back.
Yeah.
I cannot stay the whole day with the McDonald's
Oh,
or burger.
totally.
I cannot have two bad foods in the same day that I feel nauseous.
Yeah.
My body just don't process the food, so I cannot have a burger in the lunch and pizza for dinner.
Yeah.
It's not even my mental like saying like, oh, you're gonna get fat. My body, because when you start to treat your body the way that you should, they want more.
It wants
Yeah.
more. It doesn't want to. And it's not to say like our minds don't want it. My mind wants, a hot dog. Just super random, but I think about it. There's no vegan hot dog, so I can't tell. But like my mind wants to eat McDonald's cheeseburger and French fries. My mind wants it wants it. But but my body like tells my mind, no,
Yeah.
you don't want that, you know? Like,
And even if you can have one, but you cannot have the whole day
no.
like
And you
that.
have one and you're going to be sick
Yeah.
depending on like,
Yeah.
you know.
Even if you
Before-
have it, just like the feeling of like how you feel the next day.
Gorgeous
Totally.
moment.
Yes.
You remember the day that I came to record it? I
You had
was
Jack
like-
in the Box or something, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, just not yourself.
I was like feeling it's so weird, but
Mm-hmm.
when you eat good, the macros, the nutrition from the food is the nutrients.
Yeah.
From the food really give to you the energy. So I think the habits take a little while when you start to do something. Take a little while to become a habit, but once that happen, it's your habit. So do everything to keep it. And for Karencita, she not only changed her habits, but her entire family.
Tell us about that,
Yeah.
because I think that we'll probably end here, but I want to know, you have a new husband, you have a son who is 11. So like, how did they support you or not in your journey? And like, what did that look like? Because to go, I'm sure anybody can relate. Like even myself, like to go from, maybe not working out to then going to work out 5 days a week.
Yes.
To now being on a nutrition plan, to like be spending the money to invest in your own health, right? Like that's a lot. And
Yeah.
it's a big change for a family dynamic and a big change for a spouse to support and a child to
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, so it has been hard. At the beginning, it was hard.
Yeah.
Because my husband, he would love to eat his hamburgers, all the food that I should not have. So it was hard because then I'll see him like eating a hamburger and I'm like, and he'll like, you want some? And obviously, if I see it, I'm like, yeah, let me just have a little piece. Do you want more? So it was kind of hard. And that was my little struggle there, that I would be eating good and then he'll have food that I shouldn't, or my son, because I didn't want to restrict my son either. I'm like, he has to enjoy food too. But then my husband, after our wedding, he has always been having like back problems, knee problems. So I told him like, hey, like you need to do something. Like why don't you get a trainer or start eating healthy? I already started eating healthy and it doesn't work. I'm like, well, I know, but you need to start like doing some exercises or something. And I told Anna, I'm like, hey, like, is there a trainer for my husband? And then she introduced me to this great trainer that has helped my husband a lot. He has dropped 20 pounds and he's been feeling really good. His back has been hurting less. It hurts here and there. He doesn't really do any leg workouts because of his knee. But at least he's working out his upper body and he's getting results. And then also my son, I started like little healthy foods. I'm not going to restrict him, but at least like blueberries, fruits, something healthy. And then one thing before we leave that I wanted to share was that my biggest motivation was my son, because there was the time that I told Anna that I wanted to give up. My son overheard me talking with my husband and he's like, Mom, you're not giving up. And I'm like, what? He's like, I heard you telling Francisco that you want to give up. And I just want to tell you, you always tell me, don't give up. So I know you always wanted to work out, so don't give up. It was
That
so,
kills
that
me.
really hit me. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm not giving up. I'm like, I'm not giving up. And then honestly, this has been an amazing journey, Anna. You have been the rock of my life and have always lifted me up, especially those days that I feel like the worst. You're like my counselor, my trainer, my friend, my everything, and I am beyond thankful, because without you, I would not be getting where I want to get. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Anna.
I love you,
I love you
Karencita.
too.
You are part of my life already.
Yes, and I already told you we're gonna be like old ladies at the gym with
With the big
walkers.
We're gonna be
Going
we won't need walkers because we're in such good shape.
true.
Yeah,
We
we're gonna
need
be running
Yes,
there.
yes.
We're gonna be the hottest old ladies at the gym.
Yes.
We're gonna be running that shit.
Yes, I'm on 34, so I'm almost gonna hit my 40, so I want to look like you, Andrea.
Oh,
Bring it on.
and it's
Well,
my
and
goal.
let's
That's
talk about that.
motivation there.
Let's end with what your future goals are. Like, where do we go from here, and what does that look like for you?
Well, I just want to keep going and pushing hard, and also want to motivate other women out there that may be going out through their eating disorders, and tell them, you know what, it might be hard at that moment, but as long as you come out and ask for help and don't give up, that's all that matters. And just whatever you're going through, just leave it on the past. Move forward. And I just want to like keep making my son happy, my husband, and then continue with my journey fitness. My fitness journey.
Your
Sorry,
your
I'm
journey
nervous.
and what would you say to women who are like, oh, it's just so hard and I just don't think I can get there?
Hard because before I started working out, I work an 8-hour shift. I would go home, shower, throw myself on the couch. And looking back at that Karencita, I'm like, do I miss that? No, I don't. I'm so happy now. I'm so excited after work, change and run to the gym. And after that, get all that full energy and go home and be able to have that energy for my son and my husband.
Love it.
So just get off the couch.
Yeah.
Get up. You don't have to go to the gym. I know sometimes it's expensive to get a trainer, but you don't need a trainer. Just get up, put your shoes, go for a walk, go to the park. You can always go for a run, enjoy the outdoors.
Totally.
You don't need a gym. As long as you eat healthy and you get your calories in there, burning those calories, that's all it matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such a great message.
Especially if you have kids. If you have kids, you don't want to be all like getting health issues and all that. You want to be strong and healthy for your kids.
And give an example, because your kid is not gonna do what you tell them. They're gonna do what they're gonna watch you doing. So how you gonna teach your kids to be healthy if you are not healthy?
If you're not, yeah.
You know, if you don't love yourself, how you gonna teach your kid to love yourself? So I just wanna say that you are a big gift in my life.
Oh yeah, now you're gonna make me cry again.
No, and when we're talking about to do the podcast, I know already there is gonna be something very emotional because we are talking about real people, real lives. And for me, who most of them are my clients, and I get so involved emotionally. So I want to say thank you so much for letting me take care of you. It means a lot to me. And I'm very proud of you. And I know it has no easy day, no easy workout, no easy time to do what you need to do, but you got this, girl. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
You are an inspiration to all of us at the gym, all of our listeners and people watching, and most importantly to your son and to your family. So I just adore you.
Thank you. And you know what? That's the biggest thing right there that really hits me, because when Anna tells me, hey, Heather said this at your body this, or Pati this said about your body and this, and I'm like, wait, but they have like the best amazing bodies, or Andrea saying this about you. I'm like, that really like keeps me like, you know what? I need to keep going, not give up.
Yeah.
Like it feels good too for other women to come and make good comments about my body, because you know, like nowadays women are like, oh, that body and this, and it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels amazing.
Well, I think we're all about building each other up, and supporting each other.
Yes.
But also, it's like, I know I can speak for myself that I have an immense respect for the amount of hard work that you put in and the commitment and dedication to make the improvements and look the way you look. There's just a lot of respect behind that, you know?
Yeah,
So
and it
you were
feels
inspiring somebody.
amazing.
And just imagine all the people who aren't saying something about your progress or in your performance, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who admire you and don't speak up. So
And that feels good, like to push each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because together we are stronger.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. I hope you guys had enjoying us today. It was very special podcast, special time. Thank you, Karencita.
Thank you both for inviting me.
thank you. I hope you come back. Let's continue to check in with you on your journey.
Sweaty because I'm nervous, but I love you.
You were amazing. So
Was a very,
you.
very good time together.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
thank you
Yeah.
guys. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question for love language. And with that, we will talk to you next time on Behind the Body.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.